Actions are affirmations in work clothes. You can't just, I love myself, I'm lovable, I'm abundant. Look at your calendar, your bank account, your credit card, and your conversations. That tells you what you really value. And and so you got to align those with with your new higher standards, your future self. You have to invest your time, your talent, and your treasure up to the highest vision, not down to your threshold. This is the mistake we make. That's what I was saying earlier about, I don't have time for this program. I know some of you said that. It's like, okay, you really have something better to do in terms of, or another way to get this growth in your life. But this is what happens. People invest their time, their money only up to where it's comfortable. Their talent, their time, and their treasure. And if you invest your talent, your time, talent, and treasure just to what's comfortable, you will not evolve. Full stop. You must continuously invest your time, your talent, and your treasure. For where your treasure is, there also is your heart. You must invest those up to the point where it's uncomfortable. You don't have to invest it up to the point where you're in complete suffering, but you have to invest it until it tears the muscles. When you go to the gym, if you don't tear muscles, you don't grow muscle. So, but you don't want to tear it so much, you end up in the hospital, obviously. But you must invest up, not to the comfort zone, not down to the comfort zone, not down to the threshold. Well, I'm scared. Great. That's where you got to invest. That's the moment. The most successful people in the world, and I've studied so many of them throughout history in many domains, religious, political, creative. It's the moment where their vision or their deepest desire hits their discomfort. That's where they go in. Do you guys hear that? It's not, oh, everything feels peachy keen. Yeah, they're doing that, but anybody can do that, right? That's why Jesus said anybody can love people they love. That doesn't give you any bonus points in heaven. It's when you love your enemy. It's when you love the one that just spit on you, slapped you. This is what Dr. King was showing. This is what Gandhi was showing. This is what Mandela was showing when he came out of prison after 27 years and started a forgiveness tribunal. But that's an example of that. He was in prison 27 years, discomfort every day, but he would not let go of his own sovereignty. He became president while he was in prison in consciousness, and he ended apartheid in his consciousness. And so that's how powerful. So the greatest teachers, leaders, artists, authors, creators, they don't invest their time, talent, and treasure when it feels comfortable. They do that too, but anybody can do that. So that's nothing. There's no potential there. There's no profit there. It's where that vision and that value meets fear, meets doubt, meets risk, meets discomfort. That's where you invest. That's where the arbitrage is for anybody that understands investment terms. That's the arbitrage. Where does most people run from? Where do most people stop? Where do most people like me not invest or only up to here? Oh, most people just listen to the free calls or do this or put out this many emails or whatever. I'm going to go here. And most people stop when they get scared, when they're not certain, when they don't see clear future, blah, 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 when they don't think they have the money or the time or the energy or they're going to be judged. Great. That's where I'm going to go. That's where I'm going to invest my life, my time, my talent, and my treasure. Why? If you're not investing things that have stakes, oh, I can just do a free call because I have time for that. That's not an investment. That's the beginning to discover where you need to invest. If you can't lose something, there's no investment. If you don't have to choose between, oh, the entertainment, the distraction, the Netflix and chill versus being in a program or reading that book or building that program, and you're like, oh, I just really want to do this. Oh, no, I'm going to invest in the discomfort. That's where all the arbitrage, the profit, the growth, and the potential lives.
Yeah.
Everything else is just circling the runway, right? If I just go to the gym and I look at all the pretty people and I do a couple things with my music on and I am my Lululemons and I look good and I feel good and I barely break sweat, and then it's like, dude, you just wasted your time. Unless you pick up a hot dude or a hot girl. But if that's what you're there for, then no, that's what you're there for. But yeah, all the most successful people in any dimension, if you study their biographies and look for this, you'll see where everybody kind of starts off most of the time with the same things, right? Same basic amount of time. Nobody's much more talented. Talented is activated. But if you look at their early life and then it's because so much of where other people were distracted, they were investing in developing themselves. And then later in life, where everybody else is like waiting for certainty, they're taking the bold risks and going all in. Walt Disney went bankrupt twice. Edison failed at the light bulb a thousand or thousands of times. He was insane. Einstein, crazy. What Jesus did, what Buddha did, what all these people were doing, it was insane. Like Jesus investing all that his whole life, Dr. King, like crazy. People were like, "You're crazy, man. You're crazy. Don't do it. Don't do it." In all of these cases. And pick the person you admire the most, and I guarantee they have a different portfolio of time, talent, and treasure investment. They are investing where it's scary, difficult, uncomfortable, but it's aligned with their deepest values and vision on some level. Could be relationship. How do you have such a great relationship? They freaking invest in it when everybody else is not doing the hard thing, having the hard. I have the greatest relationship. My marriage is a love affair of a lifetime. I can be myself completely with her. We can go anywhere. But that wasn't easy. I had to be willing, both of us, to invest in telling the truth when it was like really scary and having our heart broken and having ourselves feel shame and asking to be held and whatever. Scary investments. Am I going to look like an idiot? If I really trust her, am I going to lose her? Whatever the thing is. But I'm like, double down, double my money, double down. And the result is intimacy. Into me, you see, into you, I see real love, a love that has no bounds. And so this is what's possible with our love, with our relationships, with our health, with our wealth, with our and all of these, I'm speaking in principles, but I'm giving you different examples, is what I'm teaching you guys in this program. But you first got to home in on what is that to which I am made to invest my whole life into. And and again, it doesn't have to be the exact project or book. It's the values and the vision and the qualities and the general target. Now I can go all in. There's nothing more wonderful than to know you are all in your life, all in to you're fully integrated, you're fully embodied. Who here wants that, right? That's where you come alive, even when you feel like you're dying. That's when you can feel a joy, even when you are terrified. Um, it's pretty amazing. So I hope that makes sense, my dear.